Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about how to do the failover of the replicas, okay, or how we can do that. Let's say move one replica behind another replica, okay. So let's say if let me just bring my cursor. So let's say this is the replica, okay, I have, and sorry, just a minute, cursor. Okay, so this is the replica, okay, which is if you see here, this is 10. Let me just try to zoom in. How do I zoom in? Okay, for some reason I cannot zoom in, but let's say this is the replica, okay, this is 10, and I want to move this, let's say bring it here, okay. So how we can do that? So these are the couple of things, and let's say I want to promote this replica, okay, and I want to bring this replica under this one as well, and I want to bring this replica here as well, okay. So these are the things which we are going to do here. So let's say A is let's say master of B and C, okay, and what I want is that to B to be the new source, and A and C to be the replica. So these are the couple of things which we want to do today, and how we are going to do that. And obviously we need to have an orchestrator for that, okay. So if you guys don't know if like how to configure orchestrator, you guys can visit my YouTube channel, okay. If you go to, let's say, youtube.com, and from there let it load. I don't know, okay, for somehow, because these days in our countries there are some issues with the YouTube, so I think it's not working. But anyhow, you can go to the YouTube and you can have check how to configure orchestrator, how to install that, and how we can configure the topology, and how all these things works. So you can check that, and your orchestrator will work. Okay, so with MariaDB there are a couple of things which you need to do. Let's connect to the MySQL, okay, and obviously show databases, use meta, okay, show tables, select static from cluster, and there's one more thing, I think use MySQL, show tables. Yeah, so whatever is your source, okay, you can what you need to do is that you need to add select static from orchestrator meta, okay. I created that inside the MySQL table, so it's there because I'm using the MariaDB 10.4, and it's a very old version for this test, okay. You don't need to do it for other MySQL, let's say 5.7 it is Percona, but obviously people are using MariaDB, which is not my preference, but there's some, because I was doing some testing, and just because I'm lazy and I didn't want to have another instance, let's Percona instance, and configure all these things. So the only thing, there are two things which you need to do is that if you are having a MariaDB, okay, so you need to configure create this table with the let's say, let me do just show create table, okay. So you need to create this table with table name, orchestrator meta, and obviously ID and replication user, and the repl password, okay. So this is the one thing you need to do. And obviously if you are using then you need to go to the orchestrator configuration, and that's inside your cat etc orchestrator JSON, and from there you need to replication credential, okay. So you need to configure this one as well. Let me see how can I increase the terminal, the font of this one. I think you guys should be able to see that. But if not, we go to preferences. Where is the preferences, man? Settings, appearance, pans window, text, I guess terminal. Where it is, column width, font, and journal should be in journal, I guess. It is there. Maybe I'm not able to see it. Background image, settings of the new window, new tab, text, cursor box, italic, blonde, yeah, font. That's it. I think it is. Oh yeah, it is for everything now. So if you see here, I created, added this one more variable. Okay, I will put this in the description of the this video. What you need to do is that you need to create a replication credential query. Okay, select replication user, replication password from MySQL Orchestrator meta. So this is the only thing. Obviously you need to copy this and put this inside this configuration file, which is this one, cat etc. Okay, you will have this when you configure the orchestrator. So after doing that, you need to just restart your orchestrator. Okay, and then you will be able to move your replication topologies here and there. And one more thing you need to do is that you need to let's say cat /etc my.cnf.t, okay, and server.env grep slave. So you need to have that log slave update. Okay, so why you need that? It requires, let's say, if anything's coming from the replica, that should also go to the binary logs. So obviously these are the things which are required by the orchestrator. But if, let's say, even if you're just configure your replication, if you want to promote anything, let's say you want to change your replication chain, then you have to have all of the replicas. Even the master should have this variable set. So this is the prerequisite, three of the prerequisite you should have, and that's how you can use the orchestrator. So then let's say how you want to check the topology. So this was the cluster I created, and if I check my cluster topology, I have this. So 30 is my source, and mine 10 and 20 is my replicas. Okay, two of them are in read-only mode, obviously the replicas, and the third one is in read-write mode. Okay, so that's how you can just check the topology. Okay, and obviously you can check the topology from on the port where my let's say this is the IP, and on port 3000 it is running. Okay, so that's how you can check your topology. So 30 is the the source, and 10 and 20 is the replica. So this is how you can check your topology. Okay, and now we will do the relocation. So what's our target? So our target is that I want 10 to be my source, and 30 should be the replica of 10, and 20 should be also the replica of 10. Okay, so the first thing you need to remember that you cannot directly replicate, let's say. So thing is that the target server which you are having, that should have all the replicas. Okay, so let's say 10 should have only one replica, not two replicas. So what I need to do is that if I want to promote my 10 promote to, let's say, 10, then all the replicas should be under 10. Okay, so this is how you manually do it. There is one more feature in the orchestrator, which is like automatic failover, auto graceful failover to your candidate server, and it will bring all other replicas under itself, and then it will promote itself to the new source. Okay, so that's how it does. But obviously it is recommended when you are doing the planned failover. Okay, always tell your application team to stop the writes. Okay, it is recommended because you don't want to mess up. So it's best to stop all the writes so you don't get into issues. Okay, Okay, so what you need to do is that you need to relook at. Okay, so I want to bring 20 under 10, and then I will gracefully fail over to 10. Okay, so let's do that. Sudo orchestrator. Okay, orchestrator. Let me copy it, man. It's not working. Orchestrator client, which is what's my where I want to fail over. Okay, so I want to bring minus 20. Okay, this one. Okay, this server. Okay, my this answer minus d under 10. Okay, so 10 is where I am going to fail over. So that's how it's going to work. So now let's do this. Okay, and you see there is that 10 has been moved under the 20. Okay, so that's a topology. So what I did is that, so 20 has been moved under 10. Okay, so now what I can do is that I can just move to 30. Okay, I mean graceful fail over to 10. From 30 to 10 I can just go now. So otherwise, if you try to do that, you will not be able to do that. So okay, so that's how the things works. So now what we need to do is that we need to do let's say this sudo orchestrator client. Okay, graceful master takeover. Okay, minus a is my alias of the test cluster. Okay, that's my cluster, and d is my database. So where I want to go, I want to fail over to 10. Okay, so this is where I want to go. Okay, so now let's do that. So if you see here topology, now the replication is not running on that 30 server. Obviously it is, that's how it has to be, because by default it doesn't start the replication automatically. So now you need to do is that you need to start the replica. Okay, so you can, what you need to do is orchestrator client minus c start replica minus a test cluster. Obviously that's your alias minus d, and 30 I want to start my replication. Okay, so that should be minus I, not the I mean instance. Okay, so now the application has been started on that. So if you check my topology, you will see that it's been downtime for a couple of seconds, but after 2 or 3 minutes you will see that the downtime will be removed from here. So if you see here now, if I check my just refresh it, you see now it's been changed 10, 20, 56 and all that. So this is how it is done. Okay, so if you see here, the downtime has been removed. That's how the simple failover is going to happen when it and one more thing is that it also support the GTID based as well, and the non-GTID based replication. Okay, so position based replication also works, and the GTID based replication also works in this. And you can also do the same thing from let's say, what is that, on the GUI side. So I want to bring now 22 as a master, so I will bring it here first. Okay, so that's how it should do. What happened, man? Yeah, are you sure you want to relocate into a replica of 20? Okay, so yes, I want to do that, and now see there it has been changed now. Okay, so and if you want to see that effect on the command line as well, simply check that. So if you see there, the topology has been changed now. So let's do one thing. Let's just fail over. Okay, so I want to fail over to 20 now. Okay, so I'll bring here. Okay, it's saying that make go master. Okay, that's how you do it. Okay, so I think it's messed up now. Okay, I think it has made it a co-master. Now both are simple masters, but that's not how it should. We should not do that. But I think because I'm not used to GUI, frankly speaking, I never done failover with the GUI, so I mostly use the client side. Okay, obviously every time GUI is a messed up thing, and you don't understand that properly. So I will also recommend you guys to use this method. Okay, always use this method. So this is how you simply do the failover. Okay, just always use the command line version. Okay, and you will be safe. So that's what I wanted to mention here. So thank you guys for watching this one. I don't want to edit all the stuff here, so and obviously I agree that I don't understand the GUI much. Okay, I haven't practiced that, so I mostly practice, and even on the production sites we use the command line, and it always works, and it's easy to understand that issue. So that's why I never recommend and never done that on the GUI side. So do it on your own risk on the GUI. Obviously it's not that GUI is bad, but I'm not good at that, so I never practiced that. So before doing that on the GUI, I should have practiced that, but again, nobody is going to do that on the GUI, so I will recommend to do it from here, from the command line. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this. I hope so you have learned something from here.